How to get rear delts as juicy as mine. Ooh, this shirt's sweaty as fuck. Not that hard. First off, there is no magic exercise. I know a lot of beginners look for magic exercises. Like, to get big traps, you gotta do rack pulls at 1,000 pounds. It's not real. There's no magic one-size-fits-all exercise. That said, some exercises are better than others. So for me, personally, a lot of people do face pulls to get bigger adults. For me, that's never done anything. It's not to say it's a bad movement, but for me, it never did anything. I think part of the reason for that is you can't use much weight with a face pull, at least you're doing it properly. So I made a video a while ago about a face pull alternative. Alternative is kind of a bad word, or bad phrase used for that exercise, but it targets the rear delts in a similar way, but you can overload them a lot more with a lot more weight, and you can still keep it strict without doing cheat stuff. Piggybacking on that, strict shit is the way to go for rear delts. Doing a bunch of cheat rows and stuff isn't going to build your rear delts at all. What you want to do is using weights you can control, obviously, and I specifically like bodybuilding type movements where you can get like good squeezes of the back. So for example, if we're doing a barbell row, bent over, you're coming, squeezing it, holding there for a second, nice slow eccentric. Things like that. One arm rows for me have always built my delts a lot. Rear delts, I mean. For example, croc rows, again, not my favorite type of row necessarily, but it's an example for a single arm row. Again, not super cheaty, getting a nice stretch, full contraction at the top, holding it for a second, back down. Lately I've been doing a lot of banded rows, especially with on machines. So for example, today I was doing like a supinated pull down where I banded it from the top, so the contraction is harder. So the place where it's the hardest, it makes it even harder. So you really good contraction, stuff like that. It's not too complicated. Doing a bunch of isolation stuff is the way to go though. So every day, myself and all my clients, we do some banded pull parts. Take a band, right, hold it, sit there and pull. Go until it burns, do a couple sets. Doesn't have to be crazy, don't be super heavy band. Just getting some blood flow to the area. Most of the time we'll warm up with that, some cool down. Some reverse flies, so you can do them against the bench or just bent over, right, with dumbbells, doing some reverse flies. Anything where when it's back, it's harder, is gonna force that to contract really hard and get a lot of blood flow to the area, which is gonna promote growth, etc., etc. It's a bit bro science-y, the squeeze part, but it fucking works, so who gives a shit? Like I said earlier, I'm not a huge fan of face pulls for myself when it comes to hypertrophy, specifically for the rear delts, but a lot of my clients benefit greatly from them and a lot of them do them. It's not that hard. In my opinion, find the exercise where you can feel your rear delt contracting real hard, where you can get a good squeeze, and find those couple exercises that work best for you, and that's the way to grow them. It's not that hard. Like I said, single arm rows, stuff where you can get a good squeeze, some banded stuff. Good to go. That's it. Any final thoughts? I need to learn how to pose better.